There's this many of them left. Of course, then I have this bag. I got a bunch of free passes to a movie theater that's next door to an old-fashioned candy store with bulk bins. A really good candy. I've been really hungry lately because I've been a bit blocked and can't eat properly. Can't eat that much. So, the candy is low residue. Gives me some energy. Even though it's low nutrition as well. Chewable vitamins, eh? So what's going on here? Well, this is the 4th stream attempt. The first 2, the microphone failed. And last night it didn't record, even though I asked Mixer to record it. So in theory, it's now going to load the live stream. Haha! There, I've muted that. I was going to have some fun. Echo, 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 echo. Echo. Hello, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm in a tunnel. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. So, now this first map here, that map accidentally got enlarged when the other map was supposed to get enlarged. And so now it's too big, but I'm going to fill it in anyway. The other map is progressing as usual. I am not sure what all the large map is going to show. It might actually please me because of how much it shows. I am somewhere. Oh man, north, I guess. I don't know. There's 2 towns in my original world, and one is a desert town, and that's the one that's surrounded by cacti. I don't know if you've seen it in a previous stream. And I went there first, and then I trekked out from there to start mapping in an outwardly direction. But you know, the Minecraft compass points to source, not north or south. So wait, now if the sun's going up there, that's the east. Okay, so yeah, it's north of the village. Caves, lots of them. There's a lot of spelunking being passed up, and I really love these. I don't know what the builders themselves had in mind that it meant. I don't know if they were meant to be chunks of chunks of stone sticking out of the ground, or were they meant to be relics of a bygone era? I don't know. But that's part of why I like them, because they leave a lot of mystery open. They leave you wondering. So what's down there? More cave. If I thought any of these caves were going to take me straight to diamond level, you know, I'd be more interested. This one's a little irresistible. If only so I can have a peek around the corners. Okay. It's kind of cool, hey? Like, sometimes I want to just come over to a place like this and then turn this into my home. And this would be a courtyard with a fountain from above. And this could be the pond. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. That would be a fun project. That's a nice cave for it because of the opening. But that's not what I'm doing. And I'll probably never find this cave again. Minecraft being as easy to get lost as it is. How do you like the different position? I was concerned that while sitting at the table and having you under the TV would have you looking at my nostrils entirely too much. And of course, the double chins aren't the most comely thing on the planet. And I do slouch. Good thing you can't get my bad breath. I don't know if my breath is bad or not. I don't get close enough to anybody to worry about it. Oh, we're on the edge of that dark forest there. Okay. Let's see, let's go this way. Let's see if we can fill in this little bit here that's over and over across the river and stuff. Wow, a trio of chickens. That was neat. I wonder if they spawn in trios like that. A lot of times if you're idling around, you'll actually see the animals spawn in. And those guys probably spawned in as triplets. Oh. I think I should try and get that piece of beachhead that's missing. That's interesting. Did you see that? They're using dead bushes in this environment too. Huh. That's the first time I've noticed that. It's the dead bush thing has exited the desert only and started being used here too, which is smart. It's kind of silly to have an object that you use only in one biome when it's that generally generic. Where else can you have dead bushes? They should be in the snow biomes too, maybe, but that's a problematic because if you have something growing out of the ground, then the snow isn't there at all. You can't, unless you made a rule where dead bushes can come out of snow blocks. I mean, that would solve that, wouldn't it? That's what they do, right? They make rules for the game, and the game runs from that. Whoa, canyon time. Is this like a ravine? No, it's just a little canyon. I wonder if there's a way over it without having to... Whoa. Does that get me anywhere? Oh, I can. I totally can do that. Parkour win. Yes, I did. I parkoured across the trees. Woot! Woot! In spite of my cowardice, my skills are improving. I really could do a lot better with mobs on now, but my nerves can't handle it. It's a much more visceral thing than reason can touch. It's my body's reaction to it. And I cannot instruct it or correct it. I mean, in the real world, when I get into a situation like that, my fight or flight goes into perfect fight mode. But that involves a lot of physical activity, and this does not. You know, and like I get really tense, and I'm ready myself, and, you know, if someone's gonna attack me, I'm on the defense. And I know it works too, because I was attacked twice. I've been attacked twice in my life by earnest attackers. It was muggings. And, oops. Oh well. Oh, bummer. Well, that's annoying. Anyways, so, yeah, the muggers. The first time I was on my way to work at 11:30 at night, and just around past the drugstore, this guy shows up and starts chasing me, starts heading towards me on my bicycle. I was riding a bike and he was running, and so it shouldn't have been an issue, except that the ground was slick and it was dark. In fact, this evening was the reason I got studded tires. Until then, I ran without studded tires. I'd been 25 years driving in the winter and on a bicycle, and not the least bit concerned about such things as studded tires. And I was quite, I don't need studded tires. I don't need to monkey around. Same bike will do me winter and summer. Until this happened. So this guy chased me started chasing me, and I saw him coming, so I turned up the alley. You know, the first thing I do when I see someone notice me is I turn, the next available turn, and reroute. Because then, you know, that's a way to determine, like, that's a way to swiftly get away from them. Just like a rabbit will, you know, suddenly spin and turn and go in another direction in front of you. And it's also a good way of determining whether, you know, you're being paranoid. Well, this guy gave chase. So I'm trying to stay on the snowy twin track path. But you see, we had had snow followed by freezing rain the day before. And now it was very cold. It was a really weird weather. Or maybe the rain came first. I really don't know, but I do know that you couldn't walk neatly. How he was managing to run, I found out the next morning when I saw it in the light. The alley had been well used until it had acquired quite a bit of traction, and I could have just powered up. But I was terrified of falling down and the weakness that would cause. I was just trying to get away from this guy. So at the end of the block, I thought, you know, if he had enough sense to grab the bike instead of me, he'd have had me by now. I'd better fetch up under where there's light and people can see me so that this fight doesn't go to a more private place. So I picked a driveway under a pool of streetlight on the street and commenced arguing with him very loudly. And he pulled out a knife. Well, the first time he pulled out a knife, I had a hallucination or something. I don't know. I thought it was a bread knife. You know, the kind you spread toast, used to spread on butter on toast. And I don't know why. I mean, you know, you're only half there language-wise for these things. But I gave him the crocodile Dundee thing, you know. So knife. That's not a knife. And then for some reason my vision cleared, and it was, it was this long, this wide, and extremely scratched up from a lot of vigorous sharpening. Vigorous amateur sharpening. Probably could have been very dull. I do not know. But I looked at it, and I had already said this thing to him. I had already done this. I'm not afraid of your knife routine. And I'm thinking, okay, where do I go from here? Well, you know, play it out. Play it out from there. Just go ahead and not be afraid of the knife. And I looked at it and I thought, you know, these gloves I'm wearing, because I had these, I could show you. They're in the back of the van. I use them as work gloves. And I like to hold heavy things and you know, to handle. They're like welder's gloves. They're meant for snowboarding or skiing. They're army winter gloves. Really thick leather. Yeah, they're army gloves. And huge gauntlets. But anyways, it was snowboarder's gloves. It was a different pair. Had armored palms. Yeah, that's what it was. The snowboarder's gloves had armored palms for grabbing your snowboard in the winter, for sliding along ice. So I kind of reasoned that at the very worst, I might need stitches in my hand if the knife cut me, but that since he was just standing there holding it in front of me, it's like we were standing this far apart, and he's holding a knife like this, pointed at me. And I looked at it, and I thought about how I had these snowboarder's gloves and then a pair of thin gloves underneath, and that at worst, I might need stitches. He sure in heck wasn't going to be cutting off my fingers if I grabbed the knife, even if it slid, it's not going to cut off my fingers. So I just thought, you know, better my fingers, because I think, right, he took a slash at me, and before he took a slash, I was thinking, he's going to have a hard time finding me in this big winter coat. So he probably missed me. Probably damaged my coat, but it's an old coat. I didn't care. Yeah, so he took a slash, and when he went like this, and my arm went like this, and this was the reflex. I wasn't fighting. This was something that my body did. And his arm hit mine. Well, he hit hard. I think I weighed more than him. He was taller, but he was definitely weaker. And his eyes went really big and bug-eyed, and he's like, look on his face was like, I didn't expect an old an old biddy like you to be able to, block me with your arm. But anyway, he was committed now too. Course of action locked in. And so I think, did he try to swipe me again? No, that was when I grabbed the knife. At that point, I grabbed the knife, thinking I'd rather damage my fingers than get it in the gut. Because, he'd already slashed, or the throat. He'd already slashed me at my throat, Well, I don't know what the heck. I think he was stabbing at me. It's not like he was a professional killer by any means. To this day, I think he was probably a baby daddy trying to get diapers or milk or whatever the heck girlfriends that he had to get with no money. And so he was just trying, But they also do gang initiations like that where they're like, okay, the next one that comes along, you got to take him down. But because he was walking towards the drugstore, probably to steal from the drugstore, at the time, I just figure and being charitable, I want to think he's doing it for his baby, not to try and get some kind of drugs. At any rate, I grabbed the knife and I threw it towards a snowdrift, and naturally, because I'm a lousy thrower, it fell short. And when I threw it, my bike and I slipped and fell over. My bike fell down, I fell down, because the driveway we were on was just black ice. And so as he was getting the knife, as I was getting the bike up, and he comes back at me, and there we are again. Bike and knife and me, and I'm also thinking that I'm capable of picking up the bike and throwing it at him. It's kind of a last ditch because I want to keep my bike. But so he tries one more swipe at me, and the whole time I've been talking and I've been yelling and I'm saying, like, I've got nothing. I will not turn out my pockets, and I've been swearing too. I mean, I'm loud and I'm obnoxious, and none of the houses around us have so much as turned on a light or twitched a curtain, which is really disheartening. I was getting mugged in a residential neighborhood, and not a low rent ugly area either. Just an area that's flipping had it with all the migratory gang activity, and they just don't look out the windows anymore, which is how gangs do it. They just bombard people with so much activity they give up. So he finally, go on then. He says, I set you free. Go on. So, I'm like, all right, fine. And we start walking. Well, he's walking in the same direction I'm walking. We both try to get to the end of the block. So he crosses the block, and we're walking down either side of the block. And he says, well, go on. Because I'm pacing him. I'm not on the bike riding. I'm not willing to get on the bike and possibly slip and have him decide to come attack me again. I'm pacing him until he turns in another direction, because still got to get to work. And I says to him, I'm going. I'm just keeping my eye on you. Oh, yeah, that was something. I thought I heard some weird noises over here. Wondering if there's a mob. Huh. Well, anyway. So, as soon as I got to work, which was only another couple blocks, I called the police. And I was just bouncing and vibrating from that. So like an actual mugger I can take on, but these Minecraft mobs, man, I can't handle that. I can't handle horror movies either. I just don't do jump scares for amusement. I get them in real life. And, if you think I can't stand still and take it a little tough, I've got enough tattoos to say, no, I can lay still and get tough. I just don't Minecraft tough, that's all. Entertainment is supposed to be fun. It's not fun feeling nervous for me. And that's kind of where it's at. And maybe I could conquer it, but what would I achieve? I certainly wouldn't acquire more courage in my life or more capability. Except maybe in this one video game. But because I was raised before video games, they never were a metric of quality in any way, shape, or form. They were never something that you were judged on. I remember the boys here and there, the lucky ones would get these gaming systems that they hooked up to their computer, and 8-bit Mario and stuff. I remember when those started to come out. But I was all into books. That was my thing. Just give me books, books, books all day long. I love running through Minecraft. I really do. I can totally do this for an hour, and I like it. I don't know how much of a good video it makes, but, Tom, dude, you're my viewer. So maybe for you this is fun, I assume. I don't know if not. Thank you for letting it play and making comments the way you do. Let's go on up here. And up here, whoops. There we go. You got to remember to do some double clicks when you're doing those hard jumps. You got to double click to run and double click to jump. And hey, that looks nice. Now which way are we looking? Okay, so that's the other side of the dark forest there. Oh, oops. I forgot I'm updating this one. Aha! Ba-bang! There it is. That's funny. Okay, so I think we should go and fill in that U-shaped corner here. We'll take it from there. The difference between these two maps is so minor. I'm not really sure which one's which anymore. No, I think the one that's... Yeah, okay, the one in my hotbar is the small one, and the one in my spare hand is the big one. Alright, let's parkour our way across the trees for a little while. Let's see, what direction are we going? We're going in that direction? Okay, we can't parkour across here. We can parkour down. Oof. Some people have their game set so that their character actually goes oof instead of just that ankle snapping sound that used to give me such the chills. I'm actually proud that I can do that I can give my avatar minor injuries without cringing anymore. I mean, it was that bad. I felt bad if I just caused a snappy sound. And I started to panic if I got, 2 bubbles down on the air. So these are things that have improved over the years of playing. Of course, the game's improved too. Getting up here without placing or digging is going to be asking a lot. Wait, here we go. That's one of the little challenges I like to have in this game is whenever possible, I like to see if I can get where I'm going without placing or removing blocks. As you can see, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, man. Boink, 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 boink. And here we are. And up we go. Well, let's go through here. Whoa, what did I not just fall into? Oh, not too bad. Do I need coal? Oh, I'm kind of low on torches. Let's grab this coal. It's just too easy not to. I've only got 26 torches left. Granted, I'm not using them a lot, but it happens. There we go. How are we doing? That's kind of a cool view. How are we doing for sticks? Oh dear. I wanted to keep the spruce saplings, didn't I? Huh. The sand can go. do that. Now let's try it again. See if we can get rid of the darn sand. Yep, that worked. Okay, anything else here? I just absolutely, yep, there's no reason to keep an apple. Okay, that'll help. Now I've got spruce wood. Well, I've got enough of these oak plants. Let's make some of this. And then we'll make all of these. Oh, that is so much better. And that'd be good. We'd be good. Well, you know what? Let's make some more. No, because then we'll have 2 stacks of torches. Just leave it like that. Now what do we do here? There's your sand and apple. That's pretty. Do I go down? Do I stay up? Gosh. Do I cross just to clear that little bit? Yeah, I saw. I guess I go this way. Well, that's fine then. And now it's got it. And also this one now. We're going to go across to this other chunk here. Oh yeah. Well, that's a handy bit of river here. That's a handy direction for this river to go. Wouldn't it be cool if the woodland mansion was in that little spot that's missing? I would love to find a woodland mansion. I've yet to upgrade a cartographer to the degree that I can find one through that. See, this is the thing with the roof forest. If it's good and thick, it is worth trying to get up on top. Because you really can run across the treetops in a lot of these cases. And you don't even need a lot of parkour skill to do it. You know what I mean? And you can actually acquire parkour skill by trying to reach farther than you can. Yeah, check it out. Isn't that cool? How do you like that? This way. Yeah, that's why they call it a roofed forest, because you can run across the tops of the trees like this. It's also, you know, when it's raining, you're likely not to get wet underneath. But it also means that zombies and skeletons don't burn in the daytime, which is one of the things that makes it so dangerous. All right, and into the water. That was awesome. I liked it. That's why I like Minecraft. I can't run and jump like that in real life. Nuh-uh. How are we doing here? Okay, one map's filled in, one map's not. So we'll fill in the one that's not. Where is it at now? Almost. I like these birch forests the best. I really do. They're wonderful. Truly wonderful. Sure wonder why my stream didn't record last night. 4 times I've tried. This is the 4th time I've tried to record a stream to keep up on my group, on my channel. Ah, little baby piggy among the beautiful, pretty, whatever these are. I think they call them hyacinth, but that doesn't look like hyacinth to me. But they're pretty. Map is filled in. And it's time to turn south. I gotta have another bonbon. I'm sorry, they're just so sugarlicious. I see a hole in one of the maps. Could be a sandhill. I'm gonna not care about it. Another roofed forest, and again, it's very small. Oh, I see. It's all part of a band of it. Cool. There is no woodland mansion to be found in these parts here around. Oh, these bonbons are so good. That's what they call them. They call them bonbons. I mean, Peggy Bundy's bonbons were wrapped in foil, so I don't know. But they're good. Nom nom nom. Slightly chewy, kind of half soft, half hard. A bit of a powdery to them. Very soft flavors too. And tasty. And sweet because it's candy. Although, these things are a bit oddball because they're covered in salt. Maybe it's not these ones, but they got salt in them anyway. Salt and sugar together, that's a Dutch thing. We're on the beach, aren't we? Ah. Cool. There comes the moon. There goes the sun. It's funny that the moon goes through phases even though it remains always in a fixed position relative to the sun. Which should, by rights, remain full moon all the time. Because it's in a fixed position relative to the sun. If you pay attention to the moon, you'll see that it's in different positions, or at different times in its lunar cycle. And that's the reason it goes crescent. The angle of the sun, the moon, and the earth changes. And so does the way you see the moon. Oh. No. Backity back. Let's go this way. Yeah, I like this better. This is a more traversable direction. You can really get lost in the trees. That's what's nice about having a map, a locator map. Now, a non-locator map's not as good. About the only clue you have is when it's updating is the only time you'll know where you are on the thing. And that'll be an approximate round area. I'm not really sure why they have non-locator maps. I suppose there's some ways of playing this game where the non-locator map is perfect. But you make a locator map by adding a compass to a non-locator map. I bet my thumb just made a pile of noise on that microphone. Or maybe the Kinect handling the microphone. I honestly don't know. Because I muted the computer. I muted the computer. Yeah, that's a computer. I was trying to remember what it was called. And I was calling it what it was called. I tell you, brains. They're weird. Okay, I'm standing on solid. Alright, I want to set off the cascade. That was boring. Really? That's all you got for me? Not impressed. More forest. There's a lot of dark forest around here. I believe that this one is on the edge of known space and quite small as well. It's almost like it surrounds this lagoon. I think this lagoon is an ocean biome. I'm not sure. It might be a lake. Just filling in this map. I think I'll follow this river for a moment. Alright, this looks like an easier place to get up across the hill. Huh. Mushroom intersects with hill. Isn't that weird? Cool. Makes me want to build a house in it. I think I tried that, building something inside of my... Or maybe it was, I don't know. I've seen someone try to use a mushroom for a house. It's kind of cramped. By the time you've put in, you know, stairs to get up, you kind of run out of room. Can't really fit your bed in there. Where are we at? Oh, yeah. I just want to move closer to the bottom of the map so it fills in along the bottom. I'm sticking my tongue out. That's just silly. I should be talking. I love these purple flowers. I think the problem with the talking is the pipe's wearing off. I keep buying the highest percentage they have in the store. Stubbornly insisting in my mind that I'll smoke less because I need less, and then wanting to smoke just as much because it's not just the THC that I'm getting out of it. I think I'm also getting trace nicotine and or satisfaction of smoke. I'm not entirely sure, but I keep wanting to smoke more even though I'm already high as I could possibly want to be. And then, well, by golly, it's real easy to get too high. And not too high to the degree that you do when you overdose on edibles, where you're stuck in one spot. I don't mean that kind of too high, although this pot would do it to a newbie. I mean, I get stupid. You know? Just a little bit stupid. Just reluctant to go anywhere, to do anything. And just kind of like, oh. But to be fair, the current offering is called Super Silver. I saved it because it was such a silly name. Critical Super Silver Haze. They say it's the gamer's weed that gives you extra focus. Canifarms. Oh. I'm kind of disappointed there isn't more room for the small grower in the weed business, but I really like the reliability that they're offering in terms of percentages and being able to shop for stuff. It suits your particular personal needs. I've done that and killed myself. So yeah, we'll see if it's good gaming weed. Focus. The one thing a birch forest like this reminds me of more than anything is C.S. Lewis's Tales of Narnia. It feels like the kind of forest you might find in Narnia with the little pools. Oh yeah, it's the first of the timeline and the last of the series, the one where they, the two kids bring the original witch into Narnia from her dying world. And they meet Aslan and they watch Aslan bringing the world into being. And the way that they move between worlds to go from our world to Narnia and the witch's world is their uncle had some kind of special magic dust that he fashioned into some rings that he put on the kid's fingers because he wanted to know where his guinea pigs were going, and the guinea pigs couldn't tell him. So he's like, well, okay, I'm gonna get my niece and nephew to be guinea pigs for me. It will, if they survive it and they come back, they can tell me where the heck they went. And he tricks them into it and sends them in there. And they get there, and all the guinea pigs are perfectly happy because it's a grassy woodland with little pools of water everywhere. Probably looked a lot like this. And whatever animals had gone between the worlds. And each one of the little pools of water, though, would take you to a world. You would jump in the water wearing the correct ring. One ring was for out, and one ring was for in. So one ring brought you to the wood, and one ring brought you to the world. And you jump in the puddle, wearing the world ring. And then you would go there to that world. Then when you wanted to return, you would slip on the other ring. And it would immediately take you to the woods between the worlds. So anyway, every time I see these Minecraft birch forests, I think of the wood between the worlds in C.S. Lewis's tale. With Digby and... oh, what was her name? Funny, I remember Digby, but I don't remember his long-suffering cousin. Penelope? I don't know. But Digby was the one that did all the learning in this game, in this one, She was like already wise and kind of trying to tell him the wisdom, and he was ignoring her until finally Aslan managed to drill it into his head through all of his adventures. But he brings the witch into Narnia, the very witch that eventually kills Aslan on the stone table. And she's from a world that's dying because greed and egotism had essentially killed it. The skies were red, the sun was red, the land was barren. There was just a few immortal kings and queens who were magically immortal, and they were encased, they were sitting on their thrones, and they were in some form of stasis. And Digby accidentally touched the queen and woke her up because she was so beautiful he couldn't handle himself. That's something I kind of wish that I could have experienced growing up, was that effect that beautiful women have on men. But maybe I did, and maybe I will, and I don't know. I just wonder if it's true that men lose their mind if they're attracted to a woman. Got a whole section of area here that didn't get filled in. Oh, and I went well beyond the map edges, didn't I, then? Ooh, the bonbons are gone. And this is one of the reasons I avoid going to the movies, because there's a candy store next door. I also got chocolate bar and fudge. This one's cream pie with ganache and shredded coconut. I don't know what that means, but it... Oh. I guess the white ganache in there. The fudge is birthday cake flavor. It was on half price. And half price is good, because fudge is expensive. It's back to the price it used to be when I first used to think it was expensive. But which is now cheap in relation to the current price of fudge. Why fudge is so expensive? Is it because it's hard to use? What are the expensive ingredients? I don't know. Harder to use. I mean make. Is this going to become a Birch Hills Extreme or something? I guess it's just Birch Hills. Ah, okay. So there's Birch Hills and Birch Plains. That's what it is. It seems a shame to me that you can't get the zone labels on the console. It won't tell you what zones you're in, what biome. All of a sudden the game went bleh, and then stopped, and then the screen went black. And when I rebooted and reinstalled, they told me the foxes were here. That places where that the foxes are now going to start spawning. And you can feed them sweet berries. And that if you can feed sweet berries to 2 foxes, they'll breed and the offspring will be your pet. I think is what they were saying. There was something to do with patience as well. So that's kind of cool, because some of the territory I work through here is fox territory. I think Podzol Zone, Spruce Forest, I think these are... My controller batteries are low. No way, really? Okay. Hang on. No, I don't check stuff like that. I know I should. Obviously I don't, though. So, you're going to be watching me change the batteries, and you won't hear me. As soon as this one goes out, so does the microphone. I think. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. 3, 5. 5 through 6. Ooh, the Connect is picking me up. How awesome is that? I hate this thing. Woohoo! Nice. Nice. Me gusta. Found out recently, this summer really, and then I inquired somebody who speaks French well enough to know. I have almost no accent in French. It's really funny because I can't speak the language, but I pretend to speak the language when I'm by myself. All the time. Like it's just a thing that I do for fun. And I guess... Going the other way. That's got it. Had to put the other battery in the charger. They get old and then, So, I guess I'm getting the pronunciation right. I know words in French. I can't sit and converse in French. But it turns out I can do a pretty credible job of finding things in Quebec, Came upon a woman selling eggs on the roadside. I was able to ask for what I wanted. A dozen eggs. Douzaine? Des ouf? Oui? Yeah? Oui, oui. Merci beaucoup. And now I understand the level of puzzlement, because if I'm speaking, pronouncing it properly, then why are you talking like a baby must be going through their head? It's like, are you playing some kind of prank on me? Why are you talking so stupid? But I did learn to say je ne parle pas. Je ne parle pas français. J'anglais. It's just, I don't speak French, I'm English. And then they'd smile and start babbling away in English. At which point my French lessons were at an end, because nobody's really interested in being my teacher. But they really appreciate that I'm making an effort, and so they're just thrilled to show off their proficiency in my language. Okay, and it was really funny, because when I was young, we used to hear we used to hear stories. The light over there. Have I been there? Is that what's going on there? I probably laid down a torch, Yeah, it's I heard tales about how rude Quebecers were to English people who didn't speak the language. That was one reason I was trying so hard, show them that I was making an effort. Yeah, I just know it. Yeah, hang on. I have to communicate with the man in the house that the dogs may not come out. He tends to just do what the dogs want. Puppy's quite disturbance. And besides, just having to move all of the blankets aside to get out the door is a pain. I don't want to do it. It's supposed to get to minus 18 tonight. That's 0 Fahrenheit for you American folks. Hi, Tom. Like, cold? Much? Youch? Yipes? Oh my. See, this is where I'd expect to find foxes. Shall we? Let's see, now if we go this way, that takes us into birch forest, and then we won't be looking for foxes anymore. What do you think? Can I find a fox if we wander around in here long enough? Here, foxy, foxy, fox. No foxes? No foxes on boxes or foxes in soxes? What about foxes in socks on boxes? No? A fox in socks on a box? In a box? A fox wearing fox in a box. Ooh, it's one of those pools that takes you to another world, but I don't have the right ring. I don't have the rings. Watch out, the foxes are here. The foxes are here. You're their primary din-dins. Oh, and when they pounce on a chicken. Like, probably follow this chicken around so we can see it. Apparently they're most active at night, too, so this might be our first opportunity to witness a fox. I don't know. This is pretty, not terribly exciting here. There's some sweet berry bushes, so yes, we're in fox territory for sure. Oh, yeah, we should see foxes. I'm in crouch mode, so we're even less likely to scare them. I think that's important. Here, foxy, foxy, fox, fox, foxy, fox. Fox, fox, foxy, fox. I mean, the update date was delivered tonight. They ought to be here. Because they're not like the animal mob, the mobile mobs are not the same as the biomes. The biome won't generate after the fact. It won't update. You'll have to go into unexplored territory to find the new biomes. But the mobs will. If you've got the right biome. And we do. Fox is merely lagged behind. This is the biome. Or are they? Tired of walking around like that. Let's walk around with the sweet berries. That way, if there is a fox, he will be attracted to me. Aw. I want to see a fox. I'll wait much longer. So... Okay, so maybe this goes all the way to the edge of the map. And then we'll watch for foxes on the way. Continue mapping here. More sugar, more sugar, more sugar. It's the last of that bar. Oh, look. That looks so cool. Then I thought I saw a flower I'd never seen before. But I didn't. Puzzle forest is extensive. Nice. I like how big it is. This is one of the biomes I really like. How did I not fall down there? Maybe that's something they've changed on the game too, that you're less likely to fall down when jumping. You know, if it's only one block, you're likely to jump it. I don't know. That's Pitfall suits me just fine. Get map filled in though, aren't we? Disappointed the foxes never showed up. Of course, they might yet. Maybe they actually don't hang out in this biome. I don't know. I thought that the presence of sweet berries meant that foxes would spawn there. When the foxes didn't show up the last time, I was miffed. If we got the sweet berries, we didn't get the foxes. Now, with a title screen promising foxes. Oh gosh, I want to see the foxes. What was that? It's a bunny. Oh, he's a baby bunny. He's so cute. He's a little baby bunny. Oh, sneak up on him. Do you know how you catch a unique rabbit? Yeah, you sneak up on it. Yeah. And then there's tame rabbits. You know how to catch a tame rabbit? Tame way. You sneak up on it. Uh-oh, he saw me. Oh, he's running away now. Little brown bunny. So cute. Like, oh my god, he's so cute. Little pink nose. Oh, cutie pie. Oh, he's giving me a good look over. Hi, cutie pie. No, I haven't. Do I have carrots? I have no carrots. I'm useless. I'm sorry. Watch out for the wolf. He's going to eat you. I don't want to be there when that happens. Do not want to see that. No foxes. No foxes in soxes or foxes on boxes or nothing at all like that. Alright, we're filling in the upper left of one map. And the other one just come along for a ride. I keep expecting to see bamboo, but that would be different trees. Bamboo and podzol do go together. Podzol's another one. Podzol and dead bush are a couple of blocks that started out in very niche biomes and spread to be used in other biomes. Dead bushes in the podzol looks really cool. Better here than they do in the desert. I want sparrows. I want sparrows in this game. Wow, little twitty birds. They don't have to be sparrows specifically. Little twitty birds. I want flocks of little twitty birds. I want to be coming along and all of a sudden I spot a whole flock of little twitty birds. If I move forward, they all fly up into the air and away. Huh? Oh, but seriously. Foxes. See them? Just lay down. Come on, little dude. Sleeping. Oh, there they go. Yes, yes, yes. Babies. They made a baby. Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm going to grow it up so it comes with me. I'll have a cute little friend. Here we go. Hey, buddies. My berry. What are the foxes doing? Follow me. Come where I go. Huh. Maybe not. Well, that's okay. He's cute, but I don't care. Got to see and breed foxes. As I understand it, you can't turn them into pets. Well, I don't know what that title screen meant by having, with patience and sweet berries, you can have your own little foxy friend. Following me? No, see? That's a pig. That's alright. I got to see foxes. That's what I wanted. I'll probably see some more. And gather any more sweet berries I find because, foxes. One. Noises. They do. But we'll just leave that one a baby since raising it up didn't give me a pet fox. There. We're on our way. Oh, they're so cute! Oh, I need to find some more berry bushes. I'm down to 9. Not as common as I expected them to be somehow. Am I in terms of this? Okay, we gotta cross this river. Oh, good. I did that one time. I thought I'd land in the river and I missed it by 1 block and died. I was this far away from home. Worse yet, at the time, I wasn't mapping either. Weeks, I don't know, 6 weeks? Game playing before it finally turned up again, like a real world time, before I finally found that location. The stuff was there because it doesn't expire if the chunk remains unloaded. So as long as neither you nor any other player is in the area where your stuff landed, it'll be waiting for you when you get back. 5 minutes while it's in a loaded chunk. So, waited. Having a bit of ostomy fun here. I just need to make sure that they can do what they need to do when they need to do it. Oh, I'm out of chocolate. I still got fudge, but I think it's time to go to licorice. These ones are nice. I quite like them. Sweet licorice wheels. I like them because they're interactive. They're fun. They don't just eat them. You can play with them. Rain. Man. Bummer. Not a lot you can do about rain. Thunderstorm, you can sleep it off if you have a bed. I could make one, but I don't have one. I have to kill some sheep to make one. But rain itself can last up to 3 days.
definitely lasts on, you know, all day, all night. The next day, I think. Yeah, a day and a half, I think, is the most common. Minecraft day and a half, fortunately, not the first day and a half. Oh, well, look at that. Time to head south. Right through this area, straight into another one. I have to carry both maps on me anymore soon. Oh, it's about filled in. About full. Little spots. Pull the other one in. I'll have a free hand. Field of vision too. I want to fill in this little smudge there that's unfilled in a little corner, and you know, why not? Berries, 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 where'd they go? Lots of berries. I want to harvest more berries. One of the things Minecraft does in the rain is it shortens the distance of view, like the field of view distance, render distance, that's the word. In order to help give a sense of raininess, it also lowers the light level. When night is falling, it'll get real dark. At this point, if I had a bed and I slept in it, I could end the rain. I don't wanna. Oh no, look who's there. Well, let's see if he's got anything especially useful. Found. Please? Whoa! Oh, I didn't even see that one. Hey, let's get these first. Hey, here he is. That stuff. What you got, dude? Hacked ice for everything I've got? I don't think so. Really? What even is that? Burn. Yeah. If I kill him? The audience says no, don't kill him. I would get 2 leads. Then if I killed the alpaca llamas, I'd also get leather. I don't really need the inventory slots filled up. I think I've got about 4 leads at home. Not a whole lot of need for it. Plus, if I'm lucky, I'll eventually run into one of these guys that's selling slime, which is, you know, the ultimate purchase. Perhaps at some point you can even get, like, blaze rods off them. I don't know. Well, this is fun, getting all these sweet berries. Doop-a-doo. Berries in the rain. Starting. Okay. Unique. I know how to catch a unique rabbit. Alright. We can put that one away. Just walk around with this and see if foxes notice. I don't know. Just breed foxes as we go. Or berries. Heard it when they first came out, and picking them was a one move operation. You just clicked on it and it came into your inventory. You didn't have to walk up close to the bush and risk getting poked by it. Berries you had just picked. I did like that better. And you get to where you feel wet. Like you just want to hide under a tree until it goes away. Fire's rocking and rolling so hard it's actually burning up through the chimney. Flame is visible through the stovepipe holes. Yeah, I get a better stove for this bus. There's going to be lots of yippee yahooing. I'm still glad I have a stove. Any kind. Three. Whoa. One shy of a full stack. And we've left the zone. Haha. That's alright. That's okay. I don't care because I've got my underwear. I forgot to check and see just how long the old stream was. By now it should be available on the past streams. It's not. That's what I don't get, is they're not appearing in the past streams. It's almost like it's turned off recording or something. Network my followers, my teams. What on earth? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I at least under some trees out of the rain. Ugh. Yeah, that's better. Wow. Long, wet night, huh? Hey. Streams generated every time I stream. Yes, it is there, and it's 47 minutes. So I have already recorded an hour. So I'm going to give you a break from the rain. I'm picking up next week from here. Next week? Okay.